I got a lot of PC backups that haven't been accomplished in a good while, mainly because I'm lazy, but also because it's really annoying to do. I need to connect my external drive, wait until everything on the PC has been replicated, then take that drive, walk over to my backup server, and copy everything from that drive to said backup server. You may wonder, why don't I just end up using a cloud provider? Well, because I don't like the idea of the terms of service changing at the drop of a hat, allowing them to do pretty much whatever they want with my data just because they have it on their computers. So after a good long while of looking around trying to find a different way to approach this, I finally settled on a backup solution, if you will. Duplicati, which I should also mention is not a sponsor of this video. Just as a quick disclaimer as well before we keep on going, I'm not a professional and this isn't a tutorial but just an experience of mine setting up a backup system for my own personal use. Now let's continue. For context, I currently only care about the following: documents, pictures, videos, downloads, and time-shift snapshots. Next, to be sure I have everything current in case if I accidentally destroy everything ever on my computer, I walked over to the server, copied everything from this drive, and ensured I had a stable backup that if everything exploded on my computer right now, it'd be totally and completely fine. I installed and launched it, set up my regular backup going to the network share. I also selected the folders I previously mentioned and started the backup. In the midst of waiting, I noticed the actual size of the local backup was absurdly large. Nope. I literally don't have 900 gigabytes worth of data currently installed. However, this is probably how Duplicati calculates data it stores. Timeshift has lots of data variants, but not specifically the amount of data is actually contained there. I'm just going to end up ignoring this folder because there were a couple other problems with it as well, and I'll eventually just back them up to I'll eventually just back them up to a USB later. After a whopping 5 hours, it did eventually complete, but after I was letting it verify backend files, the RAM was,
What? It's just an ordinary crabby. Oh my goodness!
It actually froze my computer, it was continuing so much. So I obviously tried it again, because if it did it once, it probably won't do it again, right? Oh no, it did. So I started from scratch. I deleted the entire backup, the local database, everything. And I tried again with a larger volume of 10 gigabytes, thinking that perhaps it's a lot of small files and wanting to make significantly fewer large files instead. Long story short, I received this error. Thankfully, all of the resources online I found had no info regarding this at all, and all of them were left unanswered. I tried to delete and remake the backup exactly as I had, thinking that maybe it was an issue with the server not liking the 10 gigabytes going over the network for some reason. Nope, that wasn't it either. So basically, I started all the way at the beginning again, thinking somehow it was broken by something I did, somehow, some kind of way. Apparently, that was it. No idea why or how that happened, but it's fixed now, so doesn't matter for the most part. I also added a reminder to restore a file at random to make absolutely certain that the backups stay good for checking every 2 weeks or so. I might as well work on getting SyncThing up and running for both PCs as well. It didn't connect. Thinking it's probably just an error on my network side, I went on ahead and checked the traffic. Oh. Oh no! Oh, thank goodness, it's just the relays. That's going to be turned off immediately. Either related or not to me turning everything network related off, they still don't connect. So I researched and discovered, likely, it's because that the ports themselves that SyncThing uses were blocked. Yep. So I synced the Obsidian folder and tried to access it on the other PC. Oh my... Well, that's not correct, because here's the actual size of the folder. After researching this problem, whenever you deploy SyncThing to any folder, it will always crawl that directory to see if there's any files it already knows about and doesn't need to copy over. I put that generally into documents, so it was, in fact, crawling. So after I put it in the proper Obsidian folder on the Sync PC, wow! Would you look at that? It works! Only real issue that I can see is I just have to back out and then go back into the same file to be able to load the new data, but otherwise it works fine. I'll go on ahead and do this with the other files and folders as well. Perfect. As always, I thank you very much for watching all the way to the end of the video. You didn't have to, but I thank you very much for doing so. I hope you have a good rest of your week and a good upcoming week.